Have you noticed all the women in Botticelli's work look kinda alike? And have you wondered who she was? Let's talk about Botticelli's Muse. Welcome to Giada Academy. Let me tell you a story. In 15th century Florence, there was a woman named Simonetta Vespucci, and by all accounts, she was considered one of the most beautiful women at the time. She was born into a noble family in Genoa, and later married into the Vespucci family. Now, the Vespucci family was like no other. Not only of noble lineage, this family also produced the famous Amerigo Vespucci, the great Renaissance explorer whose name would later be given to the continent of America. But in Florence, what mattered even more than lineage was presence. But Simonetta seemed to have had a presence that people can't quite forget. She moved between the Medici circle, attended many courtly events and tournaments, and quickly became the subject of admiration. Writers described her as unparalleled, and that word unparalleled was more than just poetic exaggeration. In 1475, during a major jousting tournament held at the Piazza Santa Croce in Florence, Giuliano de' Medici, brother of Lorenzo the Magnificent, entered the arena carrying a banner with Simonetta's likeness on it. It was painted by Botticelli, beneath which was the French inscription La Sans Pareille, meaning the unparalleled one. Giuliano then proceeded to win the tournament and nominated Simonetta as the Queen of Beauty at the event. It was clear that Simonetta has a reputation of exceptional beauty in Florence. Artists began to use her image or something very close to it in their work. There are a number of female portraits by Botticelli, especially those elegant profile portraits of young women that are often identified as Simonetta, with elongated necks, pale skin, intricately arranged hair, often decorated with pearls. We don't actually know if any of them were truly her, as there was no clear document. But what we have instead is this repetition of the face that keeps appearing, an archetype that becomes instantly recognizable. And then quite suddenly she was gone. Simonetta died at the age of 22, most likely from tuberculosis. And like many figures who passed too early, her absence only solidified her presence. She never aged, because through artists like Botticelli and also Piero di Cosimo, she continued to appear again and again, always young, always composed, always just slightly distant. It's tempting to romanticize this, to imagine secret relationships, hidden feelings, or unfinished stories. But historically, there's very little we can confirm. Even her supposed connection with Giuliano de' Medici remains very ambiguous. And as for Botticelli, there was never clear evidence that Simonetta and Botticelli were romantically involved. What we do know is that Simonetta died very young at 22, and that Botticelli, never married, asked to be buried in the same place that she was laid to rest at Ognissanti in Florence. So was she his muse? Perhaps, but not a person that he loved in any conventional sense. And that's what makes the story so compelling. Because what Botticelli gives us is not a portrait of a woman, but the persistence of a face, one that moves between reality and imagination, until it becomes something that no longer belongs to a single person at all.